Hi everyone, Jessica here from Paper Ink Stamp and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be looking at the new June 2024 sheet load of cards, and this is the design here. So I'm really excited for this month that I've been asked to be a guest designer to use this sheet load of cards, and I really love the design of this. We've got these lovely 3 panels here, we've got a strip we can add and then our sentiment. So if you follow these instructions you can use your 6x6 papers, and Alicia will show you how to get 8 cards from 4 sheets of 6x6. So this is what you can print out. So I will leave a link to Alicia's video in the description box down below. You can check out her video and she tells you how you can get this free printable. She gives you supplies, how many cards you can create, your dimensions for your different pieces. This is going to be for the US A2 size cards, but I'm going to alter this to fit a UK A6 size card instead. Obviously that's what we have here. It's really easy just to amend this a little bit to have it fit any card size really that you want to. And so there are 2 sheets. You have this one, like I said, which has the design on it, and this one which shows you the different pieces and how you're going to cut this as well. So you've got all the different ways that you can cut this to get the most out of your paper. I'm going to be using some A4 paper for mine, as I have done previously. So I have just taken these out of the packaging, but we're going to be using the back to school papers that I've got. So we've got the back to school paper pad and we have the embellishment pack as well. So with the paper pad you get 16 A4 sheets, 8 different designs, 2 of each. The embellishment pack you get 4 coloured solid papers, and you're getting 2 of those, and then you're getting a topper sheet. So it's this topper sheet here, but you're going to get 2 of those in that pack. So for today's video we're going to be using the papers, and we're going to use some of the coloured card as well from the embellishment pack, and you can find a link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below if you want to get this pack or any of the other paper pads that I have on sale. So first of all we need to work out which papers that we're going to use. So I'm not sure how many cards I'm going to create in this video. Obviously, like I said, we're doing UK A6 size cards, but what we want essentially is a piece of coloured card for our mat to go in the background. We've got this strip here. So this one is 1 3/4 inches wide, and then we have these 3 panels just here as well, and these are all going to be 1 inch wide by 2.5 inches. So first off I'm going to pick out some papers that I want to use. So we have some lovely sort of boulder prints here and some background, really nice background prints. You can use these for thank you cards, like teacher thank you, teacher appreciation. It is called back to school, but obviously you have just some really nice little prints in here. If you have people who love like stationery, this one might be a really great pattern. But yeah, you've got some nice background prints to use in there as well. So these are the 2 papers I'm going to go for. We've got this really lovely grid, and we have our backpacks here as well. And then what we've got is in our embellishment pack, so we've got our toppers, and then we have our coloured card, and this matches in perfectly with your patterned papers. All of these colours have been picked from the patterns, so we're going to use these here as well. So we're going to start off by cutting our A4 sheets. So like I said, we're going to have 1 strip which is 1 3/4 by 5.5 inches, and then we're going to have our 3 panels just here. These measure 2.5 by 3. Well, we're going to cut it to 3, and then we're going to cut them down to 1 inch strips here. So we're going to go ahead and cut all of that. In this video I'm going to pop together one of the cards, and then in the next video you're going to see just a full process video. Okay, so we've cut up all of our pieces here. So we've got our mats and layers, we've got our strips. We couldn't quite get all 6 strips. How many did we end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4. I ended up with 4 of those in the 1 3/4 inches, but because then I cut this second piece of paper slightly differently, I did manage to get the 4, but one of them is going to be the other way around. So obviously you want to think about that if you're using a directional paper, but we'll just see what we can put together, and then we have enough then to make a bunch of these with the strips in here. So let's go ahead and pop one of our cards together. Okay, so I have my UK A6 card here. So I measure my A6 cards to be 5 3/4 by 4 inches. So it's just ever so slightly smaller of a page, but this is what I like. So I've got my nice matten layer. I've also cut this piece here, which I forgot to mention. So this is the backing piece. Let's just pull our printable back. Our backing piece for our 3 strips just here. So this one is measuring 2.5 inches by 3 inches. That's going to go on there, and it's going to be our background piece. This is just in a simple white. It's going to be our background piece for our panels. So let's start off, let's just grab our glue. Before I just add this onto the card, I'm just going to create the actual card here. So the first thing we're going to do is grab our white rectangle. So this is measuring 3 3/8 of an inch by 2 3/4 of an inch. So let's pull our pieces here. So we're just simply going to glue these down. So you could do it where the pattern follows on. These ones are going to be random ones, just because that's how it worked out with me cutting them. But you can keep your pieces together so that you can keep that pattern. So let's just bring, oh, it needs to be moved over. So I normally do my outside pieces first of all, so I can get the spacing right. This one's going to be a little bit off, but that's okay because it is a handmade card. So then for this one, we're going to grab our strip, like so. I'm just going to line this up on my grid mat. Oops. I'm going to put it 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. And then we're going to glue this one down as well. There we go, so there's our card. So we can add this onto our card base. I really love this layout. I think it works really nicely. Obviously Alicia's done it with the 6x6 papers, so you could probably get a fair amount of cards from your 6x6 pads with very little left over. So that's our layout, and I really love how these papers work together really nicely. I'm just going to go ahead and cut a sentiment out. I do already have some birthday sentiments just here already cut from another project, so we could just put a happy birthday on there, or I do have some let's celebrate. So let's celebrate would work as well if it was like end of exams maybe. Those would work as well. I think I'm going to cut these ones out and we can add that onto our card. So here we have our let's celebrate, and I'm thinking we'll just add a little bit of dimension onto this, and we'll add our sentiment with just a couple of bits of foam. Okay, so let's pop our sentiment on. So we could back this as well if you want it to stand out a little bit more. But that is putting our card together following this June 2024 sketch. And here are the finished cards. So we've actually got 10 of these all together. So I did end up just bringing in another pack of the coloured card because I had just 2 extra sets of pieces here to make 2 extra cards. These are with the thinner bands, but to be honest, you really don't notice, I don't think. I still think, oh, it's coming to camera, I still think it looks pretty good as it is, whether it is at the 1.5 inch or the 1 3/4 inches there. So we've got them on the pink, we've got 2 on the pink, we have got 4 on the teal, and then we have 4 on that red there as well. And I really love them. Celebrate, you know, can be birthdays, it can be, you know, for like celebrating a like graduation, something a little bit different. But I really love these SheetLoad of cards. If you want to make little card collections, little sets, I think this is a really great way of doing it. And this was all just created using 3 sheets of the a 4 coloured cardstock, wow, 2.5 coloured cardstock, and 2 sheets then of the patterned paper. So yeah, you can make lots of cards with these designs, and you can alternate them as well, like you can see here. So I really love how these cards have turned out. Let me know in the comment section down below, which do you prefer? Do you prefer it on the pink, the teal, or that red background? And again, all of the links will be in the description box down below for you, so check that out. So that's going to be it for this video. So thanks very much for watching, and happy crafting.